This time on Flipping Bangers, it starts with an idea.
It's a big, bold statement. There it is, that's our jackpot. That develops into a dream.
So it's all your Christmases come at once, isn't it?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
That is fantastic!
And what happens to that dream?
Whoop.
Mother of God!
Oh, yes. It turns into a nightmare.
That's not right.
We've said goodbye to our day jobs and invested our own hard-earned cash as we try and make it in the cutthroat world of second-hand cars.
You've got to buy well, but you've got to sell well.
We have a goal.
We need to double our money. If we put 500 quid in, we need to see £1,000 back. But we're forced to the very bottom of the market.
We buy cars that nobody else wants.
Who else would buy that car?
Can we keep our business afloat, Flipping Bangers?
There's so many things to do to this car.
We've turned our backs on our regular jobs and attempted to carve out a new living by buying and selling cheap cars.
Evicted from our previous workshop by angry neighbours, Will has sorted us out with a new base, and apart from having no working toilet, it feels like home.
We've raided our bank accounts, and this time we have enough to invest around £500 to £1,500 on each car. There's a question, and it sounds something like this. What car are we going for this time?
Did you want a coffee?
Yeah. But more than that, I need to make a statement.
Oh, good.
And it's a big, bold statement. Here it is. We are lucky, because we get to choose the cars that we want.
Yeah. Yes, and in actual fact, commercially, I think that's right, because if you look at our personalities, there's absolutely no point in buying cars for us that we have no emotional investment in, is there? Because that way we're not going to work with them. If we don't care about them, we're not going to put our heart and souls into repairing them, are we?
Exactly, because that's how cars end up in the crusher, isn't it?
You've got something to say, haven't you? I can see it in your eyes. Go on, spit it out.
A Rolls-Royce.
Great idea.
I've always fancied having a Rolls. Maybe as a garden feature, but...
I think a Rolls-Royce is a great idea, safe in the knowledge that you're never going to find one for our sort of money.
I have.
You have, haven't you?
Starting bid's 2,500 quid.
That is atrocious. What have you done? I think that would be interesting from a sort of biochemical point of view by the amount of green on it. But I can see, as I'm sure you can see, that this is not the sort of car that we're going to be making money out of. I think you should find another one. There must be hundreds of them out there.
I thought you'd say that.
Come on, don't sulk. Just find another one.
I will. I shall. I'm on it. Watch this.
OK, and we're doing this securing the knowledge that we're not buying a Rolls-Royce to rot away in your garden, yeah?
I'm going to keep looking.
In fact, there aren't hundreds of cheap rollers online. There's Will's one. And he clings to it like a desperate man. A man desperate enough to take us all the 5 hours to North Yorkshire.
I still don't really know why we're doing this. It's a very, very long way to go to see a car that is clearly not going to work for us. And it's setting out all wrong.
OK, well, let me give you a little bit about it. Right, this car, it's been bought by a guy who's a plant dealer, you know, tractors and such like.
Yeah.
Not little flowers. And he bought it as a project for himself. He's got bored of that project and tried to get it running, couldn't get it running, and lost interest in the whole thing.
Oh, OK. I mean, I know that our USP is buying cars that nobody else wants. I get that. But with this car, the information that I have seen on it, it just seems to me that we will never be able to do what we need to do in the time that we've got. I'm looking at it for the reason of us making some money, and I don't necessarily know that we'll be able to out of this car.
The money that we're looking at buying it for is quite cheap. I've had a look, it's the cheapest one in the country. I'm going to have to spend a lot more time working on you, aren't I?
No, let's just have a look at it.
Divided we stand, divided we fall. And we're certainly divided this time. There it is. There it is. That's our jackpot.
The owner has allowed us to look over it, and if we're interested, we can call on his daughter, Hayley.
I actually think the car looks a lot better than I expected.
I'm worried about you. I seriously am.
Please don't worry too much. Look, this is all about business. I'm going to keep a level head and not get too carried away, I promise.
Well, hello, what's under your bonnet then?
Wow, look at that. At least it looks pretty complete, eh?
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's been picked, and that's important, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mainly there, and you get a whole load more as well. I mean, these suspension turrets look like they come straight out of the Second World War tank.
They really do.
And this thing,
What is it?
it is the brake fluid reservoir, but it is so large. It needs, you need some sort of architectural planning permission just to put it in there.
I'm slightly disappointed it's not in silver or silver plate.
Well, that would be lovely. It would be nice. But I'm certain that if we just gave that a good old clean up and a hoover out, we've already upped the value of the car.
Do you want to talk about the roof, or do you want to skip over that bit?
Personally, I'd rather skip it, but I am absolutely certain that it is going to have to come up in conversation.
Oh, hang on. There's a 1/4 of an inch of filler in it. It actually is.
It was obviously the barrier down at the supermarket that did it.
Dare we?
Yeah, go on, go for it.
That's not right.
It's certainly safe to say that it's had very little use in the last few years. That's pretty awful. That's dust and mould spores a go-go.
I do worry about taking those carpets up, though, and what you will or won't find underneath. I.e., you will find lots of rot, you won't find any floor.
Gus is smiling, but something tells me he's not into my lovely Rolls.
Well, it clearly just needs a bit of TLC. Actually, it's good in there, isn't it? It's 1972 Rolls-Royce. It's the car everybody wanted to be in. Everyone mimicked that, didn't they?
Of course they would. I mean, Rolls-Royces are the essence of elegance. And it has stood the test of time. I mean, it's a palatial interior. OK, it's not perfect, but what is there? You know, the seats are pretty solid. I think those will clean up. I think they'll soften up with a bit of, a bit of leather balm and stuff. The dashboard, that's in amazing condition. And doesn't it look so cool as well?
But we have a car that has stood outside for many years, and cars that have stood outside for many years have a patina and a rather charming appeal, don't they? That you could just jet wash it all off and it'll be fine. And I get it, the engine looks great on first glance and it looks like it's all there, but we don't know if it runs. The interior looks great, we don't know if it's going to fall apart when we start doing it. And from this side, below a certain line, is all very, very rusty. So I worry about having to put things like seals on this or floor pans in this, which would kill us.
I'm going to go and see if Hayley's about so I can get the keys for it.
OK. Honestly, a lot of the time, Will and I don't have the same opinion about cars, which is great because that makes a great team. But this instance, Will has definitely fallen in love with this car. Is this car that's sat here for 15 years something that we're actually interested in? I'm not actually sure it is. But if he wants it, then of course we'll do it because we're a team.
As it turns out, the keys are in the car. I'm thinking, I've got a can of fuel and a battery. Should we give it a go?
Yeah, let's definitely give it a go.
I think Will feels guilty that he's leading us towards a rotten decision.
So it kind of falls on me to take the responsibility of proving that this car has some worth about it, which is what I'm going to do, because I thoroughly believe that this car is worth doing. I've got the emergency old car starter kit. Some power, some leaded fuel, all ready to go. One battery.
Brill.
And some fuel.
Excellent. Fuel as well. Fantastic.
Fuel as well.
There's lights on in here, so it's clearly got power to the car.
Any signs of smoke coming from anywhere yet?
No.
Good. We need access to the air intake as part of the jump start procedure. Wow. Even the Jubilee clips feel like they're of a higher quality than any other Jubilee clip I've ever undone. That's brilliant. That just comes off beautifully as well.
Do you think we might have built this up to be something that's not going to be now? I mean, this is a big moment for you, isn't it? Is this you trying to show me how brilliant this car's going to be? I'm just asking, just so I know when it roars into life what to do.
Oh, I tell you what, I have. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay.
Right. You spray, I'll turn.
Well, I'm not going to spray.
I'm just going to do this because look at that system.
Oh yeah, it does. At least it moves. Go on then, give it a little whirl. See how we go.
Fingers?
Yes. Normally at this stage I'll be saying, turn the key a bit harder. Try swearing at it. Bang your hand on the dashboard.
Hang on, I'll give it another go. Oh! That's a great hooter.
You did that deliberately. Right, OK, the starter motor's jammed.
OK, so there's no point giving it a rock because it's an automatic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we clout the starter motor.
Yeah, well, apart from the fact that I've already had a look for it and it is impossible, totally impossible to see without getting under the car, which we can't do.
Until we pump the wheels up. Come on then.
OK.
We'll pump them up.
Gus is being oddly helpful, and this might just be a ruse to prove there is no possible reason why we should buy this little roller.
So I've got my electric pump, and I know where to plug it.
Because in 1972, if you were sitting in the back of a roller, you would be smoking.
With a little highly dangerous access, can Will get the starter motor going?
Do I give that a go?
Ready?
Yeah.
I mean, there is another possibility, isn't there?
What?
That the engine might be seized.
Actually, it's worth coming here and having a look at. So I think, you know, it looks actually surprisingly better than I thought. Again, you know, you can see the front subframe, the front section of the chassis all looks nice. I think some mileage in this car. I think it's crunchy around the edges and sturdy on the underside. Right. What do you reckon then?
I think we need to take a reality check about this car. I think bodywork is intriguing, but it would have to have a little tick in the poor column.
Yeah.
I would say the structural rigidity in the unknown column, definitely, that would go in the unknown column in my little book. Almost definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
The interior was actually complete, but poor. That would have to be poor.
Yeah.
And electrics, well, I'd say they were unknown, really.
It's a risk, yes. But I think it's a risk that's worth taking, because if we do take that risk, then we stand the potential of reaping the reward of what this car might offer. I think there's money in this car. I think we can do with it. And it's, for me, for us, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to buy a Rolls-Royce at this sort of price. We might earn some money for it. I think we should go for it. I really do.
If we could get it for 2,000, that might work, mightn't it? But clearly any more than that and, well, we're really going to lose our shirts on this.
OK, then. Right, we'll speak to Hayley and I promise I won't offer her 2,500 quid. Yeah, well, see how we get on. I'll go everything crossed.
Will goes off to see if he can do one of his not-so-very-good deals, and I have one more look over the rolls. I have no idea why. Hayley didn't want to be filmed, but I can confirm that we did a deal at £2,500 for the rolls. Apparently, someone had offered £5,000 for it, but they weren't here, and we are. So we are now the owners of this beautiful car.
There's a lot of rodent damage. They've eaten a lot of wires through here, look. All these.
Oh, that looks nasty.
And look, there's this. You know, they were saying in the advert, saying it turned over. I wonder if they used that to bridge the solenoid. Might have done.
All right, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go and see how we get on.
Right, ready? See.
Yeah, go on. Oh, hold on. Oh,
something.
Yeah, good. That is going to go. That is going to go, mate. That is definitely go. That wants to go. Right. Whoa. Oh, yes! Come on, come on. That is... Oh, almost. Come on, Gus, come on.
Come on, Miguel.
Come on! Come on.
I don't think it's going to be any resting 50p's on this bonnet, do you?
No.
Straight off.
Spend a lot more on it just to get it going.
It was popping and firing on the easy start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's no fuel getting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could find the pumps and clean the points in the pumps, they'd probably pump.
Well, I think that's going to be one of our jobs back at the workshop.
Yeah.
Now, how do you get a car that can't move, that's this heavy, onto the trailer?
What is the potential damage, do you think?
Sorry?
What's the potential damage, do you think?
I'd say if this was high and this was low, we're going to be about here.
I'm almost certain that this is not advised in the health and safety manual.
About 2 foot to go. Go on, keep going. You can see it now.
Will can't drive a normal car for toffee, but with a forklift, he's ace.
Spiders. It's always big, nasty spiders in rotten old cars like this. And there we are. Now all we've got is a quick 5-hour drive back to base. I think I can speak for both of us when I say this is a great moment. Yes, we are putting our head directly into the lion's mouth, but the lion may not eat us. It might just squash our heads.
Well, we got our Rolls-Royce, didn't we? We got the wreck of the Hesperus for a price of an Empress, and it's all your Christmases come at once, isn't it?
Yeah, OK. But I am drawn to this car, and I know it's one hell of a challenge. But I think if we put our effort into that challenge, it'll pay off for us.
Well, we've definitely paid too much money for it, in my mind. 2,500, double our money. We've got to find 5,000 quid from this car before we pay anything of it. So bizarrely, although it was the cheapest in the country, it was still strangely expensive.
Yeah, well, at least I got you on board, though. Just took that little push to get you on board, and then here you are. We're now both own a Rolls-Royce. What could be better than that?
I'm going to put everything behind this car. There's absolutely no doubt of that. And I know you will, because you got us into this. But I want you to know that I had reservations, and I'm putting them behind me for the team.
Well, that's good news. I believe you should take one for the team, because this is going to be a great car. We're going to earn some money out of it. And sometimes you just have to throw caution to the wind and run with what you got.
Actually, you know, I think you might be right. I think we do need something to push us, and this may well be it.
Will can be convincing when he wants to be, but the next day, back at base, when we've got a chance to assess it, well, let's just say it, we've bought a crock.
I think the reason we're not talking is there's nothing left to say that's not been said before.
Let's just for a moment pretend there's absolutely no tension in the air at all. Because we just need to look forwards with this car. We need to look up and we need to look ahead with it as well.
OK, well, maybe I should just say my piece, should I?
OK.
We're clearly never going to paint it, are we?
No.
It's never going to be a wedding car. No. It's never going to be a Minter, is it?
No, it's not. But this is where we have to get clever. And we have to think about all of the unknowns that we've got and go through those with a fine-toothed comb. You know, the engine.
Yeah.
The electrics, the hydraulics, the brakes, transmission, and make sure that we turn all of those unknowns into knowns. Then I think we've got a car that's a lot more sellable.
Well, as much as that list fills me with absolute dread, I think you're probably right, because we fell over ourselves, didn't we, trying to buy a car that looked like that. So if we move it along a bit, then somebody's bound to buy it, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. We're not aiming for perfection here. I mean, mediocre will do.
OK, well, as long and terrifying as that list of things that you have suggested we need to look at on the car is, there's still other things that come to mind that we haven't mentioned, which is, well, what about the bodywork? What do you think about the bodywork?
Well, I think we might need to clean it for a start.
I think you need to be careful there, because there might not be anything left by the time you've cleaned it.
Funnily enough, that brings me on to the next part of exactly that. We need to assess the rust. That's, of course, if it has any.
If it has any? Of course it has any. And what about the sunroof? We haven't mentioned that, have we?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe vinyl roof?
Yeah, maybe. I think that the basis of your philosophy is sound. Mm-hmm. If we can get the car running, then at least we're in with a shout, aren't we?
Bingo. Yes, exactly. I'm going to get the jet wash.
All right, I'll go set up the auction, all right?
Right.
It's pouring with rain, and so shamed, Will gets the job of preparing the body for cleaning.
So I'm going to do the auction setup, because Will's so excited he can't speak, and I'm, well, just speechless, actually. So what am I going to say about this car? I'm going to say, just in, Rolls-Royce, fun project, complete car, solid car, good mechanicals. Can I say that? Steers, drives, stops. £6,000? I don't know. I know it sounds ridiculous, but actually there's one on here in very, very similar condition to that, and it's £6,000. And all we need is someone who wants one as badly as Will wants one, just with a little bit more money.
So that's it. The Rolls lists as a buy it now for £6,000. A complete car needing TLC that stops, starts and goes. I've started the bidding at £2,000 to get people in, but there is a reserve. The rain continues, so Will volunteers to stay outside. At least, that's what I think he said. As soon as it stops, I step in. My job is hoovering leaves out of the engine bay.
Will! Will!
What's that?
I think I might have found the trouble. I think that might be the trouble, isn't it? Some of our electrical troubles.
That could. Where did you find that?
Down in there.
Oh. The Rolls is remarkably good under all that dross. Now we can take our auction pickies.
Hope you're pleased with yourself.
Doesn't it look 1,000 times better?
And strangely 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, it is strangely disappointing, isn't it?
Strangely. If we want to get it in, shall we utilise the ancient Grecian pole and push method?
I'll get the forklift started up, yeah?
OK, I'll get a plank.
Cool, I'm going to bring a bit of pressure onto it. Amazing how hard it is to get a car into the workshop that can't even turn a wheel. The wood takes the load at the front of the car, and that allows the Rolls to roll in.
Lovely! Who'd have thought we'd have had a Rolls-Royce in the workshop? Look at that.
Oh, I'm pleased you've at least got a positive attitude with the whole thing.
But first, we need to empty the car of rubbish, dirt and stinky old carpets.
Don't breathe in.
I'm not going to.
Ah.
It's like a little archaeological dig. This is ginger. That's the worst ginger thing I've ever seen. Apart from myself, of course.
See, I'm tempted to take this carpet out.
Yeah, it's coming to bits in my hands.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Right, straighten the skip with that lot.
Ah.
I'm starting to worry.
About this?
Yeah.
I started to worry about this a long time ago.
Everywhere I look, there's more and more.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think we're bitten off more than we can chew.
Yeah. For me, I genuinely think if we can't get this started by tomorrow, we should bin it.
That's a bit harsh. I mean, surely we can give it a bit more of a chance. I mean, let's get some wheels on it so we've got a Rolls that rolls.
Yeah.
So we owe it to the car.
Yeah, we do. Wheels?
Yes. The first day has been one full of extraordinary highs and quite a few bad smells too. And now we have Gus threatening to throw in the towel if we can't get the engine started.
We've bought a Rolls-Royce that needs a level of TLC that we're struggling to get our heads around. The workshop doors feel unusually heavy and slow to open.
Right, so I have been thinking about what you said last night.
What about the car?
Yes, exactly, and getting it running.
Yeah.
And I think that a real concerted effort today to fire this one up and see what we can do.
I'm 100% behind you.
Yeah, this is a really good thing. We know we put petrol in the tank.
Yep.
So there's a chance that the petrol's not getting from the tank to the carburetors at this stage.
And we can check that. We can undo the junction, can't we? See if it pumps up. So, we know our engine turns over because we flashed the solenoid, we got it turning over. We know it fires because we actually had it running on the ether we were spraying into it. So, if it was lifting fuel, the fuel would come up to the carburetors would mix the fuel with air, vaporise it, that would suck it into the combustion chamber, the engine would be running, and it's not, so we assume it's not lifting fuel.
Because our fuel pump isn't working and therefore not forcing the fuel to the carburetors, we've got to improvise. So what we've done is we've built a gravity system. We've got a tank that's up high, which will then gravity feed and force the petrol through to the carburetors, which is a good thing. Now, this is going to prove... Here you are, Gus.
Oh, cheers.
Now, this is going to prove two things. A, that our beautiful Rolls-Royce engine actually works, because I really need it to in this situation. And B, it's going to isolate the fact that the fuel pump is our issue that's not letting our engine run. Right, that is now very firmly connected, because we are messing around with petrol here and we don't want any leaks, don't want any issues, and we certainly don't want our car catching fire.
Right.
Go on then. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cool, me too.
Go on then.
Hold on. Oh, well, almost. Mm.
That's interesting. Well, OK, so we've got no spark, so we're going to have to find out why we've got no spark. First thing to do is see if we've got power going into the coil. So if we've got power going into the coil, but we haven't got power at the distributor, we know that there's no power going from the coil to the distributor, so we can eliminate different things, work our way back down.
But the wire to the coil seems to have died. The coil feeds the ignition system to make the spark via the distributor. So I've made up this fly lead so we can temporarily supply the coil with power, mimicking the ignition supply.
So shall we see if we've got a spark?
Yes.
Knees. Yes! Oh.
Yes! We're now in the money. We now seem to have a spark coming from our king lead.
You can smell success.
Yeah, I can. I'm so chuffed. Right, watch this. I can smell so much success, so I'm hoping we don't even need that, but let's see.
Go on then. So that choke's on. That's good. We know that. That should still work, shouldn't
Right,
it?
fingers clear.
Yeah.
Oh. Come on! Oh! Oh!
It ran! It actually ran!
It ran for momentarily, right. Yes! That is what I call...
Sounds nice, huh?
Really lovely. Oh. Wow.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Quite
What a success.
smoky in it. Should we give it a break?
Yeah.
That is fantastic!
Brilliant. She's earned her right to stay in the workshop?
Definitely no questions. Absolutely no questions. We
Yes.
should get on with it. The only problem is we're never going to sell a Rolls-Royce with a fuel tank on a ladder.
True.
Fuel pumps?
Yeah, I'm going to get straight on it. I'm not going to waste a single
Brilliant.
moment. In a modern car, the fuel pumps are small, cheap, electronic, disposable boxes. In a car like this, the fuel pump is a larger unit and it's known for going wrong.
While Will digs into the pump, I check out the fuel tank, worried it's as nasty on the inside as it is on the out, clogged with dirty fuel.
That's in very good condition. And the whole tank generally is in good condition. I was going to wire brush it and satin black it, but I don't think I'm going to bother.
And I have just about wrestled the pump out. So this is the offending article. It's the electronic SU fuel pump from our Rolls-Royce. And it's just not working. They've got tons of bits inside of them. They all go a bit crunchy. And after a while, you've just got to sort the whole thing. Which takes me swiftly towards Coventry, where there's a well-known supplier of Rolls spares. They're really on the map if you're working to a budget like we are. I hope I can get as much stuff as we need as possible. Hi there, good morning.
Morning, how can I help you?
Well, you must be Ben that I spoke to earlier on the phone.
Would that make you Will?
I am, yes.
How can I help you?
Well, so here's the thing. We have got an early 70s Silver Shadow.
Okay.
Now, admittedly, it's not in the best of conditions, and we've got issues with, we think, possibly fuel supply, so maybe fuel pumps. Also got issues with the car not stopping.
Okay.
So we need some bits and pieces, plus other odds and ends as well to get her going.
Okay. Are you looking for new parts, reconditioned, second-hand?
Well, for our budget, we're going to be looking at as much second-hand as we can.
Okay.
But, of course, with the brakes and stuff like that, then new parts for that.
I think the best thing is if you follow me over to the recycled parts warehouse, we'll see how many parts we can find in there. We'll take it from there.
That sounds absolutely brilliant. Cheers.
Follow me. So we'll go in here to the workshop and see what we can find.
These guys have been in the business for ages, and they have stockpiled enough bits to build several cars like ours.
So this is the second-hand pump we've got on the shelf. It's all tested, ready to go.
Well, yeah, that is exactly the type of pump that we've got on our car, and that looks perfect. How much is one of those?
We do these for 150 quid.
Oh, right, OK. Yeah, you know, remember when we were chatting on the phone earlier and I was sort of saying that we don't have an awful lot of cash. Our budget's always very, very small on these things. Is there a sort of cheaper option at all?
Well, given it's been stood for so long, it's probably the points that have stuck. So perhaps we need to look at a rebuild kit with new points.
Ah, now I think we're talking. Yeah, that sounds a lot more affordable.
Let's go and check we've got them on the shelf.
Cool, OK then.
Follow me.
You have got tons of things in here. Wow, look at that. For an extra 30 quid, I get the brake pads, and that's probably enough to see us through the next stage of pain the Rolls has in store for us. Without further ado, I'm going to grab this lot, tuck it under my arm, bid you farewell, and also safe in the knowledge that if we can't get our car going, you might be interested in buying it for spares.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
He thinks I'm joking. Back at base, I pull the fuel pump apart and apply the kit. Gaskets, diaphragms are swapped, but the strip down and rebuild takes a while. Saving 100 quid has its price. This is a fiddly old job, but this side's all done now. Just do the same with the other side. It can all go straight back in the car.
It's day 3 for our battered Rolls. It's been a roller coaster so far, mostly in sick-making downward spirals, but we're rising to the top again.
Ha! Good morning.
Hi.
Your timing is perfect. I've just finished.
Just finished what?
Well, the fuel pump now works,
Ah, fantastic.
which is a really good thing. It's been a mucky, horrible job. I'm covered in sticky stuff and nasty
that.
things. But yeah, I can tell you I've successfully fixed it.
Fantastic. That's great. Shall we fire it up?
Well, no time like the present, is there?
No. That's great, isn't it? It sounds lovely, doesn't it?
What a sound little engine that is.
There's nothing little about it. It's massive.
It's nice, there.
That, however, won't clean the interior, will it?
Are you trying to tell me we've got to go and do that horrible job, which I don't want to do?
Well, I would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Right, OK then. Cleaning the interior, go.
So when we were up at the farm, I was saying to Will, the seats, they're so crispy. And he was going, no, they're all right. And in actual fact, he's right. They're pretty good. In actual fact, they're better than pretty good. They're really good. So this leather is called colonised leather, and it was a process of spraying on top of leather. So you spray the colour on top of leather. It's made famous by the Connolly Company. And I think if we get some saddle soap on here and clean the spores of mould off, this interior is going to look fantastic. That is ignoring the fact that there's mushrooms growing in the footwell, and I shouldn't really be spending any time in here without a mask, but I'm going to take these outside because they rather handily come out. Oh, mind the door.
And naturally, I'm on hoovering duty. So here's the thing. Gus actually knows that I hate cleaning of any nature whatsoever. I don't mind jet washing, that's fine. I don't really like cleaning interiors, so I just leave the hoover running and sit down and read a magazine for a bit. Well, when I say I'm not going to be lazy, I might be a little bit lazy. Depends if he's keeping an eye on me or not. Good. He's outside.
So that's saddle soap. It's rather lovely.
I've ditched the being lazy plan. The Rolls is one of the most filthy cars I've ever seen, and I can't afford for Gus to go upside down on me again. So I'm getting on with it.
It's starting to come off, but it takes quite a lot of effort because it's incredibly dirty. But it is strangely rewarding.
So this is amazing. I mean, the carpets we ripped out of this car were utterly minging, and they were rotten, they had mould growing on them, they were disgusting, but I'm now just pulling up the undercarpets, as it were, and revealing the floor pan, which is really solid, really sound. It's filling me with a lot of hope and a lot of pleasure.
Because basically, the Rolls only has to be good enough for the next person. Good enough for someone to say, yes, I'll take that on. Any good points are critical for us.
You've got to admit, that looks better, doesn't it?
It's the end of the day, and we both need a bath, although perhaps not the same one. We've just won another little victory with the roller, taking it one step closer to the running, driving car we need it to be.
It's day 4. Our rotten Rolls project was bad enough at the start for people to laugh in our faces. But the boot is on the other foot now. We're taking tender steps towards victory.
I hate to say it.
Go on.
I hate to say it because I actually still think this belongs in a scrapyard.
No.
But we're actually in a pretty good place with this car,
We
aren't
are.
we?
Yeah, I'm feeling particularly chuffed at the moment.
So we've got an engine that actually runs rather nicely.
I always had faith in that little engine. It was going to work well.
We've got an interior where you won't get anthrax if you sit in it.
So you've done a fantastic job of cleaning that.
We have done a fantastic
Well, yeah,
job.
but I only did the hoovering, and you know how much I hate hoovering. It's an awful thing.
The important thing is, what are we going to do next? Where do we go next? That's the thing, isn't it?
Well, you have seen the wheels have turned off, haven't
Yes,
you?
let's drive it! Come
Yes.
on!
These are old truck tyres, the same size as the Rolls. The originals are horribly expensive. Well, too expensive for us. And these were just 120 quid.
Woohoo! Oh, yeah! Look at that. Is that the brakes working?
So, well,
They stop it. They do
yeah,
stop
something's
it.
happening.
Wow. So it runs, it rolls, and it stops a bit, after a fashion.
We do have a little problem.
Reverse. We did have reverse, but now we don't. And power steering, that seems to work.
Are the lights working?
Lights, anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One, yeah. Yeah,
High
three.
beam, low beam?
Three. We've got 3 lights now.
Indicator?
I mean, if we can make it stop properly, we're in a massively good place, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's already gone up in value by a lot. Right, is the handbrake on? Mother of God!
Small steps forwards, and then a step back. This car is like a yo-yo.
This is mind-blowing, this car. This car is like watching a heavyweight boxer go 15 rounds, be knocked down 3 times, and dragging himself back up to the ropes. Fabulous.
It felt really nice sitting in a Rolls-Royce and driving it down there. But I don't want to do it again because this 2-ton tank didn't want to stop when I put my foot on the pedal.
No, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? I think for the next person, they buy this car, it drives, you know, it runs, sounds really lovely. It runs, it would be so nice if it stopped for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
Only
would.
fair, really. Shall we get it up?
Yeah, jack it again. Our poor Rolls-Royce has been sat on a farm in a damp environment as well as muddy and stinky. That's why the brakes are all seized on. So, using a bit of skill, finesse, I'm going to gracefully manipulate the pistons in the calipers and start to get everything moving again. A little bit of lubrication. And it is starting to work already, which is really, really, really good news. Which shows that our Rolls-Royce stands a chance of stopping again. And just get a tiny bit of lubricating oil in between the gator and the piston. It's going to start to move more and easily. We don't want to strip the calipers or buy new ones. They're 165 quid each. But we've got some pads, and the name of the game is just to make the system move, really. Brake pads can actually tell you quite a lot about the whole thing, obviously. These ones are like 2/3 of the way through their life, and they definitely want replacing. We're just trying to get the brakes working. We're not rebuilding the whole system. So we're going to put new pads in and clean the discs up to see how we get on.
I'm on a research mission in the pub across the road.
The sunroof on our Rolls has worried me right from the start because we clearly need to do something with it. And Will and I have talked about maybe vinyling the whole roof or filling the sunroof and repainting it. But both those would draw attention to the fact that there's no sunroof there. And actually, both of them are a bit deceptive, aren't they? And that's not really us, is it? It's not really what we've been about. It's not ever what we've been about. So I'm trying to find a solution I thought maybe if I dug deep on the internet, I could find who made the roof, what we're missing. And actually, I think I'm getting warmer. It seems that the roof we have is called a hooper roof. No shadows came off the line with sunroofs in them. They mostly used these hooper roofs, which came from Bristol. And the thing that we need to open it is a crank, obviously. But it's a little fold-up crank. It's quite a clever little thing. I mean, obviously, they made roofs for other cars. And I was thinking, well, we could maybe find a crank from another car and get our one open. And I think that may be the answer.
While Gus remains absent, I'm making solid progress. The discs are slightly cleaner and new pads on all 4 wheels. After what seems like hours and hours and hours, because it has been hours and hours and hours, I've actually got all of the cylinders moving. That's been so much hard work, but I had to get it all done. I had to prove to myself and to Gus that this was all going to be achievable. It's good news. All of the calipers are now in a position that when we get it all bled up, they should all work, and this car should stop. Happy boy.
It's our last day, and we've only got 5 to complete our projects, and the Rolls is a biggie that's made us smile, but also had us pretty worried.
Well, who thought we'd get here? The last day in this car.
Yep.
And this car has super exceeded my preconceived expectations of it.
Well, it is a great car, isn't it? I told you it
No,
would be.
this car is in a fantastic place. This is not a fantastic car.
OK.
So last night I did a lot of research about these sunroofs. They were
Yeah.
fitted by a company called Hooper, and a shadow with a working sunroof goes for a fantastic premium. We will make more money if we can get this working than we will just by selling the car on its own, because people will cut this out and put it in their car. It's that prestigious.
Really?
Yes.
That can of worms?
Yes, that can of worms.
rust-riddled can of worms that...
Well, you say that, but this has been delicately covered with filler and protected over the last few decades. I know it's come off now.
That's because it's totally stuffed.
No, very robust. Online, I saw far worse than this opening up.
I would say, even if it is something that is fitted to a Rolls-Royce that's supposed to be top quality,
Definitely.
if you've got to hit it with a hammer, that means it's long since dead and should not be woken from its rusty grave.
Yeah, I think your hitting with a hammer and my hitting with a hammer are 2 different things. I'm gently tapping it.
Gently
I'm going to get
tap-
on with it. I'm going to do that first. Just
Okay.
the Allen key inside, a little bit of wiggle round.
Yeah.
That'll drop down nicely. You watch.
I think that's going to ruin our day. Right at the beginning of the day. That's what I think.
It doesn't look like it's going to open, does it? I have to say it doesn't look like it. And although I was quite bold when I was talking to Will earlier, I don't actually think it's going to open. But I'm going to see, because it will put money on the car if I can get it open. So, fingers crossed.
So you put in an Allen key. Simple. No.
So, apparently, we go anti-clockwise for a tilt and clockwise for a shift. Tilt and shift. I can actually feel it moving. Ah, well, that's either really good news because it's starting to move, or really bad news because if it doesn't go any further, it's just going to leak like a sieve now, isn't it? I'll see if I can loosen it with some gentle persuasion. I don't think it's going to go any further up. Well, that is rusted solid.
So that's how we're dealing with the sunroof to move on. But it fails to negatively impact on a job well done. The Rolls cost us £2,500. We've spent £120 on wheels, £255 on brakes and parts. That's just £2,875 all in. And we won't count the extra shower gel or whiskey we've also needed to get it there.
I know it's a stupid question because I know the answer to it, but do you think we were silly buying a car like this?
I did worry at times that we might have been just a little bit silly. but
When exactly?
Well, from the moment we bought it until, well, some point throughout the fixing of it, But I think essentially, maybe the word that you could be looking for is hero. Or hero, plural. As in, we have been heroes in taking on this car.
Yeah, I see it, that this car had one chance, and that one chance was us. If it had missed that, it would still be languishing in the field, maybe in 20 years' time, slowly decaying into the fauna. That's how I see it.
And it's better than that, because we're now going to be giving somebody else the opportunity to take on the rest of the finishing off on this car, and maybe they'll even take it back to its former glory.
It represented something, didn't it, in the sort of late 60s, early 70s. This was more than just a car. It was the best of the best, wasn't it? That's what it stood for. And I've really enjoyed getting to know it, getting to understand the systems in the car, how Rolls-Royce were thinking when they put it together. It's been a real honour, hasn't it, having it in the workshop?
I am very proud of this car. There's one hell of a car. What a special thing. And there's one small aspect left. The drive. Well, who's the daddy? Who's the daddy? We are cruising in our Rolls-Royce.
I think the daddy would be making sure that we don't have a massive great crash, or that it doesn't break down and we don't have to recover a 3-ton 70s Luxo barge. That would put a dampener on the day.
Hey, just listen to that beautiful V8 purring away under the bonnet. But traditional Rolls-Royce, you can't actually hear it very much, can you?
All I can hear is the engine. And as you know, the exhaust pipe's in 3 pieces, so all we're going to hear is the engine. Actually, it's not such a bad sound, is it? But the only thing you're supposed to hear in a Rolls-Royce is the clock. And I didn't even know it had a clock in here.
It's right there, but it is broken, so I have set it at 20 past 10, so it's got a lovely smiley face looking at us.
Well, actually, I mean, I'm glad that the engine's running, because it tells a bigger story than just the noise, doesn't it? It tells of our progress and the fact that this car is actually driving now, which is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, correctamundo. These come on leaps and bounds. And I would like to just add at this point, it looks an absolute peach.
And what do you know? We've had Ian over to have a look. His offer of $3,200 is not up for negotiation. He has an identical car and he simply needs some spares.
Ian.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, how are you?
Well, you know, can't complain.
So what's your plan then?
Well, take a few bits and pieces off it. Grill, bumper bar, stereo, etc. Put them onto my good one. Put this back up for sale.
That's not what we were expecting.
Ah, you can buy it back if you wanted as well.
Well, we're not really in the habit of trying to buy things back if we can help it.
No.
But it is really good to know that it's going to a good home with some, you're going to get some good use out of it.
Yeah. Do you want to hand get it on the trailer?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, we can do that, no problem.
Awesome, right.
Perfect.
Let's go and get things sorted out.
No bother.
If we'd waited longer, we might have got our £6,000. But the Rolls had to go, and we consider a few £100 profit an absolute triumph.